Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I literally just rolled out of bed and I want to film my Sephora VIB sale haul for you guys. So I figure, and there's a few things updates I want to give you to my channel. So I figure I would do like a chit chat getting ready with me to film, and I'm going to leave the products that I'm using in the screen here so you can know and just follow along if you're interested. Yes, I'm wearing a man's shirt. I like to wear my boyfriend's shirts to bed. I don't know why I steal all his shirts all the time. I did just get my hair colored on Friday. I changed it up a little. You'd never guess it because I haven't washed it since then. Dry shampoo it up when I'm done. So I'm just gonna clip up my hair. I'm dying to know what you guys got at the sale. Is today the last day of it, or was that yesterday? I think today's the last day. I'm never gonna be one of these girls on YouTube that always has the perfect outfit on and my hair perfectly done, because that's just not me in real life. It's just way too much effort. I put all my effort into my makeup. I don't wash my face in the morning because I don't like my skin gets too dry, so I'm just gonna use some of this and just go over my eye in case I have anything there. Some of the products I'm going to use today is some of the things I'm going to be hauling for you guys. Immediately, obviously start testing things out when I get them. No, when I rub my face, like you can always tell on my chest too that I just am blotchy. I'm neutral to cool, and I just have that redness in my skin because I'm so light. You can see like a lot of what's on the inside. I'm almost transparent, which I don't mind, but it's not that the products that I'm putting on top of my face are bothering me. It's just rubbing my skin, all the blood rushes to it. So what I wanted to let you guys know is that you guys know I don't like coupon codes, and I will never talk about a product that I was sent for free that I didn't buy myself to do like a giveaway for you guys here. I have been sent quite a few products and I don't like any of them, so I never talk about them. If you guys ever have a question about something though that I have tried, I will talk about it. But if it's just like some random no-name company for something, it's like, what's the point? Anyway, I figure that, you know, if I can ever make any extra income off of YouTube, it's definitely nice. I mean, obviously, why wouldn't I? It's nice to be able to use it to buy products that I review, and it's also nice to be able to put back into my channel. Like, eventually, I would like to get some new lights, and they're like $600 or $700 for them, so that's not something that's at the top of my to-do list right now, but I would definitely always like to be interested in improving my quality of my videos. Like down the road, I'd like to get like a 70D camera, and those are like $1,300, $1,400, so I'll definitely, it's definitely something that I want to do, but I just can't justify it for how much we spend in rent in the city. Anyway, what I figure I would do is, you know, instead of waiting for something to come to me, that I would reach out to the companies of the products I do use and see if I could just get affiliate links with them. Again, never is it that I am sent any products or I get discounts. It's all stuff I bought myself, but they're just links that if you click on any link in the bottom of my videos, for the majority of the things, I will earn a small commission on them. I do want you guys to know that it doesn't cost anybody anymore. It's just basically like they give you like a referral, a very small referral percentage for directing traffic to their site. I just want you guys to know that always. So I reached out to the brands that I use the most. Like MAC doesn't have one, but Nordstrom does, and Nordstrom sells MAC. So I reached out to Nordstrom, Sephora, Beautylish, and Beautylish actually invited me down to go in. I'm gonna do a Beautylish haul for you guys just as a customer to see some of the new brushes since they're right here in San Francisco, and I told them about this channel, and then they said that they do have an affiliate program, so I asked them if I could be a part of it. If you guys are not comfortable ever buying from those links, it is perfectly okay. I just always want you guys to know. I also reached out, and since I've already purchased so many things from Makeup Geek, I was able just to sign up directly from my account screen for their affiliate program as well. Again, guys, I don't get anything for free. I'm not sent any of this as PR samples. My channel is not big like that. But if you do click on any links for Makeup Geek, Beautylish, Nordstrom, or Sephora, I do make a small commission. I just always want you guys to know that stuff so you don't think that I'm pulling a fast one on you or anything. I figure that way it was like the best of everything. Like that gives me the entire store of Sephora to talk about, and you guys know I've talked about plenty of things that I don't like. And same thing with Nordstrom. I don't really do any fashion hauls or anything, so I mean I could do their clothing and stuff, but I'm just gonna stick to beauty products and things. It's funny too because I've had some brands reach out to me that I've given bad reviews to, and they've asked me like, do you want to be an affiliate with us? I'm like, did you not watch my review on your product? I said I didn't like it. So I'm like, no thank you. There are things I use from Ulta and other companies, and I reached out to Ulta too, and I said, hey, you know, here's my channel. They just came back and they said, you know, at first I went through this application and they just told me, no, sorry, my channel's not big enough. It's like, oh, that's fine. I'm just kidding. I could completely understand where they're coming from. So, but beauty, like the things that I like from Ulta tend to be like It Cosmetics and some brands like that, and Beautylish sells them. So I will likely link through Beautylish. Their shipping is amazing. One thing Beautylish doesn't have though is like a frequent buyer card, like a rewards program like Ulta does and like Sephora. So that will be the only drawback if those things are important to you. But I prefer Beautylish's shipping over any company really, because I get it so fast, the little handwritten notes, it's just impeccable service. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of that. You know what's so weird is that I don't know if you guys are like this either. I love the holidays. Like I love Christmas time. I love, I think it's being from New England too. I think fall has like a special place in every New Englander's heart, even though it's like the impending doom of winter coming. I'm gonna try one of my new lip balms I just ordered. I do love the holiday season, but I always get super stressed out too, just because there's so much going on and travel and trying to balance the end of year for work to make sure customers hit rebate and all that stuff. And it sometimes can be a little overwhelming. So sometimes I get in like I call it like a holiday blues, and it normally starts about a week after my birthday, and I don't know, it just kind of get in a little bit of a funk. I went a little nuts at Sephora on this sale, so I'm gonna try to be good and not purchase. I'm mixing two foundations. I just got this one, and that one's like just way too full coverage for me. I picked up this MAC 196 brush when I got this water, after I got this water weight, see if it works better. And when I tell you, it's like, dude, the smallest little amount. You see that one in the middle, that small dot? That's what this is, and watch this. I mean, that's pretty pigmented. I mean, it's a little too pigmented, actually. I don't like full coverage. I don't like to feel like I'm wearing a mask. This is just the way I've been liking to apply it with this brush. I hope all you guys have entered my contest for the giveaway. That will be coming up soon, the drawing for that. I am supposed to, I said I was gonna announce it the day after Thanksgiving. Keegan and I were talking about going back to Arizona to see his family for the holiday. So I'm like, well, if I'm there, I'm not gonna be able to film. So I might draw the winners from my laptop and then just post them on Instagram with a link in my video. So in case you're not on Instagram, I'll put it in the description bar, and that way I'll contact them through their email on there. But just so everyone knows, I want to definitely make sure that I always live up to what I tell you guys I'm going to do. It's also just important though that I continue living life, and sometimes life, you know, changes a little bit, so we have to improvise on the go. This side it like really evened it out. I will say I think this color might be too yellow. I got ivory. I think I might need ivory light. The color matched me to like this medium something. And I actually only got this because one of my viewers, one of you ladies, asked me to review this foundation. So I like to try it out for a while before. I like to do first impressions, but I also like when it's something like this that I find it's not as clear cut as just like rubbing it on your face. I like to make sure that I try it different ways so I can tell you what the best way to use it is and if I like it. I've been using the Beauty Blender lately after I go over with the brush. Again, it's overkill. You don't need a million appliances. But since I do have dry skin, just around the cracks of my nose, like I'm trying to make sure that I don't cake product up in there because it just looks horrible. And same thing on my chin. It's odd. I love my family. I love seeing them, especially being where I am. I'm so far away from the majority of them. You know, I'm pretty much as far across the country as I can get from them. So I miss them a lot. My sister had a new baby, and I really want to get home to see her. I normally try to avoid like airports around the holiday like the plague. I travel pretty much a lot. And I like it. I can't stand. I feel like I always see everyone their first time at an airport. Trying to shove a dog in your dog carrier through the x-ray machine. It's like, is this your first time at an airport, lady? I switched over. I've gone through so many brow wizzes. Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, and I really do love her brow products. I really like her eyeshadows too, but I really like her brow products. But I was just curious. I loved the It Cosmetics Universal Brow Power, but it is a larger tip on there, so it can definitely make precision work a little more difficult. Like even now I'm rounding out my eyebrows. Oopsie. I'll come back. I did get Permanent Cosmetics, as you guys know, like almost a year ago now. It was last Christmas time when I went back to New York. So I never went and got a touch-up. And obviously, just like in any tattoo, you know, actually most tattoos I've never needed one, but since it's on your face and it's a delicate area, you definitely swell, and I would rather her go back and touch them up than go in too heavy and then be like, yikes, I have giant eyebrows. So I do need to go back. This is the thinner brow power. That other one I was just using was the waterproof one. And this one is actually kind of identical to the Anastasia. I find this one a little less waxy than that one though, which I like. So what are you guys doing this holiday? I know I like a lot of times, I'm just obviously most of the time I'm just talking and you guys are listening. I love it when you guys comment and interact with me because then I feel like I start to get to know you. Picked up quite a few new brushes from Beautylish from this Wayne Goss set. I also got this brow set I need to haul for you guys. Man, I am not having a good eyebrow day. What is this? And the majority of mine are filled in, so I have like zero excuse for this. Yeah, I think this foundation is a touch yellow. I mean, it's blending in kind of well, but when I see it in the viewfinder, it looks really, really yellow. I don't really know what I want to do with my eyes today, so I'm gonna make it up as I go. I think I want to wear like a dark vampy lip though. Even though I'm in my pajamas right now, I will change, I promise. I want to wear a bold lip today, so I'm going to take it kind of neutral with my eyeshadows. I'm just going to take this Soft Brown by MAC on this Wayne Goss number 3. It's going to take me a little while to learn his brush names or numbers off the top of my head since I used MAC ones for so long. That's like really what's always in my head. Oh, just swatching shadows in the back of my hand to figure out which one I want to use. I'm going to take some of this Americano on this Wayne Goss number 8 brush and try to do kind of like, not a cut crease, I don't know what I'm thinking, but I'll show you. This brush was in his anniversary set, and at first I was like, what the heck am I going to use such a small brush for? But I love it. You guys know, like I'll do a wing with shadow, but I typically don't care to wing out. Typically don't care to wing out my liner because I do have hooded eyes. Let's see if I like this. Since I do have small hooded eyes, I like to draw on with like a finer detail brush for my eyeshadows when I'm trying to do stuff like this, and then go in with a larger fluffy brush. And this has actually been my new favorite brush. This has replaced my 217 to really get in there and really blend it out. Because if I just were to use a huge brush like some other people can use, it'll all mesh together because my eyes aren't that big. And blend that line out. And take a little bit of MAC's Blanc Type just to add some light back I'm just gonna take a little of that Blanc Type and highlight my brow bone. Realized in my Sephora buying guide that I never mentioned the name of this white shadow. This is the Kat Von D Thunderstruck. I really like this shadow for highlight, even on the cheekbones, but especially in my own inner corner. Like, watch this. This thing is intense. Do you see that? Whoa. Compared to this eye, see how that adds some light there? And actually, before I finish that, let me conceal and highlight. So I was watching YouTube the other day, actually, and one of my viewers, we're both subscribed to each other. Her name is Caitlin. I'll link her channel below. She was talking about how she's seen reviews and people talk about the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer drying up on them in the tube. And I didn't have that problem with that other one that I went through, but this was a fairly new one that I opened. And I do use this to color correct, because I do, when I lean down, you can see those darker circles. I mean, they're nothing too over the top, but I was putting that on, and then I was putting my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer on. I ran out of my Naked Skin Concealer, and I thought I would repurchase it, but I just reached for my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Because I strayed away from this, and when I got that Urban Decay one, I never went back to this. And I started noticing, and I really had thought that it was that I was dehydrated and that I was stressed. And if you look at a few of my videos, like, everybody has a little line, at least a little line, because I mean, if your skin was completely tight like this, it's like, I don't know, everyone just has a tiny little fold in their eye. Mine was looking intense, and I was like, what is that? I'm like, oh my god, I'm just getting older, my skin's changing, you know. It is what it is. But after watching her video, when she mentioned that, I thought, you know what? I use that NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer, and if it's drying up in the tube, I bet it's kind of like drying up underneath my eye and making that line look worse, which I had never noticed it to do before. But I did have this one in a drawer. It was like my backup for a while. So I think, I don't know, I don't know. I think that was adding to my creepiness. So I went back to using this Pro Longwear, and I like to always, like, the problem with this is it's not convenient. I don't like using my fingers for things, and I don't like it that it doesn't have an applicator, but it has anti-crease technology in it, which helps with underneath my eyes. So I always just pump a little on this, and this is like the MAC, I'll have to list the number below, but this is just a Beauty Addicts eye blender brush, but it's a duo fiber, and I like it just to paint on. It looks intense, but if I get really close, it's just a light little covering of it. Realize, like, oh my god, I do love this concealer, and I don't think I'm going to be purchasing the Naked Skin one or the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer again for now. I mean, I don't know. I do like to color correct normally, but since my bags aren't that dark and this is pretty full coverage, it's not like I'm highlighting them. Hopefully it'll cover them. And this is a MAC 159. This has been like my favorite under eye concealer blending. I don't know why, even though I love all these brushes, but then I like to just go through with my beauty blender and just kind of make sure that all the excess is picked up. And I like the finish that beauty blender gives, because it has some moisture in it. Now you see, like, I don't have, a couple of my videos I did have like diesel folds underneath my eyes, and I still have folds under my eyes, but they're not as bad as they were. That's one thing I'll say. Like, obviously I know I'm not old, but I mean, as you get older, you start to notice your skin changes and does different things, and you're like, you're betraying me, my body's betraying me. I tried to use that Anastasia contour kit for a while, and I just prefer my OCC. It is a good kit. I can use all the colors in there. I just find, like, I don't need that many, I say as I buy another contour book. This is the Kevyn Aucoin one. I'm gonna haul this for you guys. What a great deal though you're getting for this product, because I have the single powder I'll show. That was $44, and it's the same size as this powder, and instead you're getting 4 of those same size powders and some what they're calling eyeshadows. And in the front of this book it'll give you like a little chart if you need, but this whole thing was $65. Plus I got 20% off for the VIB sale. So I've just been playing with this a little. I prefer a very natural contour. I mean, as natural, I guess, as it comes for adding contour to your face. But I don't like it Some girls like a really, really harsh defined contour. I'm really fair, so I can't do stuff like that or I look crazy. And a lot of people have been asking too about like what's my favorite contour product. Again guys, you know I feel the same way about highlights, contours. Get the color that just works for your skin. You don't need a whole book that has multiple colors. This, however, what I like about this is this gives you, for fair and light girls, this is especially wonderful. You're going to get the cream, then you can set it with the exact powder, and then this highlight is amazing for light and fair girls. And then you get these eyeshadows, so it's not giving you like 50 cream shades. I'm like, I'm only one tone, why would I need that much? It is important to make sure, like, I just want it to look like a little bit of a shadow. I don't want it to look like I'm gonna be sickly. I like these two It Cosmetics shades for light and fair girls for contouring, but they don't sell them individually, and these are the only two shades in this I used. It's just like really subtle, and it helps set that contour. Perfect for light skin, which, I mean, I was on the hunt for the longest time. And now I do have the main Kevyn Sculpting powder. This is a little, it's a lot darker, I think. But I like to hit it right on the back just to give me a little dimension. I'm really just playing with all this stuff because I just got it. Who knows if I'll continue to use it, but I'll let you know. Basically been trying to use less product underneath my eye so I don't see those lines. So I'm just gonna stomp that out again with my beauty blender and then take a little bit of my setting powder. This is my favorite setting powder. I've tried a bunch. I really like this Besame. I like it because it's light, it's not too heavy, it's, you know, it's not doing too much. There's no sparkle in there. And then I'm just putting a little on where I put that concealer so it doesn't crease. Now I'm going to take some of my Hourglass. This is an Ethereal light. And I like to just pack that on in triangles right underneath my eye. It's a subtle effect, but I think it just gives a really nice finish to the area there. Try to keep powder off the majority of my face since I am dry. I like to take a little It Cosmetics powder and go over my nose because my nose can get red. Did you guys know? I don't know why. Now that that's done, I'm gonna go back through and finish my inner corner highlight just so I'm not like jamming brushes around in that general area. There we go. See how intense that is? Oh my god, I love it. I'm trying to step away from my MAC Sunblast. I've been using it like nonstop. I don't know why. It's just a great neutral blush. I'm gonna go in with my favorite Mood Exposure. I haven't used this in a little while. See that though? I love this blush. I don't know why I haven't been using it. I'm sorry. And remember guys, swirl your brush in there because you need to get up an even mixing of the powder and the blush. And if you guys have questions about these blushes, again, I have a whole video on them. I'll link it below. And then I'm just gonna blend that out a little. See? I mean, the blush blends amazing. I love this blush. I'm gonna highlight with this Thunderstruck 2 today. First, I'm gonna layer some of this Candlelight cream. It's not super noticeable, but it's there. This is, again, more natural. I like to layer creams below powder just because I feel like it is better for my dry skin. Now, of course, I'm using the best brush on the face of the planet, and I'm just going to go over where I put that cream very lightly. You see this? Holy, compared to this, looks sad. You know, Marissa asked me to talk about highlighters. I'm gonna do a highlight collection and talk about what my favorite ones are for light and fair girls because it can be difficult to find some good ones. And sometimes something like an eyeshadow works best for us. My trusty Fix Plus. I'm gonna curl my lashes. On my wing Goss number 20, I'm gonna pick up some of that soft brown that I have up in the crease here, and I'm gonna bring it down on my lower lash line and try to kind of smoke it out a little. I always stay making weird faces because I'm not gonna pull on my eye. Just won't happen. I'm gonna go on with a smaller detail brush. I love this brush. These smaller ones in the anniversary set, this is number 5, just really have been making my life easy. This one's a little more stiff and shorter, so it smokes. It'll really get in there to like really push that shadow around. I'm gonna go in with a little of that Americano on my MAC 266, which is a slanted brush. Smooth that out a little. So in one of my orders, I used one of those codes at checkout to get one of these deluxe samples, and I got this Marc Jacobs Magic marker. Cute little play on words. The sample of their liquid liner. It's a felt tip. Before I stick this on my eye, I gotta do it on my hand. Oh, wow. Okay, I just drew this little line and I just blew on it a little and it's already dried down. It's impressive. So if I like this one, I'll give it a try. Now taking my Japonesque and my Makeup Geek Immortal Gel Liner, I'm just gonna line the top. You know what, guys? I didn't get, like, besides the Kat Von D Mi Vida Loca palette, I didn't get any holiday palettes this year. None of them made me feel like warm and fuzzy. I don't know. I don't know why. Now my multiple mascaras, because I'm ridiculous. Should always do the bottom first, guys, before the top, because when you go to do the top, or after you do the top, if you go to do the bottom like this and you look down, the mascara will get wet on the top of your eyelid. I'm gonna go on with my MAC Giga Black. Good morning, puppy. She likes to sleep in, my dog. Come here. Oh, good morning, my little baby. Good morning, my old lady. She old. Puppy. She's a puppy supermodel. Okay. Go get daddy. Keegan just left for work and Dior's going nuts. I'm gonna wear these velour Doll Me Up eyelashes. I love these, but I do have a love-hate relationship with them because they're not the easiest to put on. Once you become, if you're a novice at eyelashes, I would never recommend any kind of mink eyelashes because, sorry, the band tends to be thicker and more difficult to work with. So the balm I had on is pretty much absorbed in. I've been obsessed with this color combination. This is Exorcism and Max Vino. If you guys watch my Lipland review, I do love that Montenegro color, but I hate that formula. When I tell you, my lip just peeled a piece off from, and I exfoliate my lips every single day, just because I exfoliate my face every single day, and my lips are no different. They can get dry just like the rest of my skin. I'm gonna line with Vino. I've actually been lining my lips a little different, so I'll show you guys. Just trying to like not overline, but I typically line on the inside of my lips. And lately I've just been trying when I'm wearing like darker colors like this, because darker colors can make your lips look smaller. I've been lining just on top of the line, but making sure I meet back up with it over here so it doesn't look like the Joker. So like I'll line right there. I will say that I noticed this color to go on a little streaky. I kind of can use more than just one coat to get the full opacity I like. Just to crisp up that line, I'm going to take a little concealer that's left from my highlight, and I'm just going to touch it on the back of my hand so I don't have too much and line outside. I'm going to go change my clothes, do my hair, and I'll be right back. Okay, so that's done. I don't know why I've been like feeling these 90s inspired necklaces lately. I'm just like, I like them. It's funny, a couple of my girlfriends are in town from Arizona this weekend, and we were up in, we went to Napa on Saturday, and my cute little friend, she asked me, she's like, what's the power of your crystal? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just bought it off of Etsy because I liked it. I hope you guys understand about me working with those companies. It's not like I'm selling out, or I mean, if I still pick up a product and I think it's a crap product, I'm gonna say that. At this current moment, I don't like to say I'll never do something because I don't I don't honestly know. I think though that like the brands that I honestly truly love, it's like I don't see them knocking down my door for sponsorships, because I feel like really good products stand on their own and they don't necessarily need sponsorships. Maybe if it was like a smaller, little known company. But for now, I'm not doing sponsored videos. So you can rest assured that everything I will ever talk about, I was not paid to talk about. I was not sent for free. It's just going to be those links. If you guys have no problem shopping that way and it's something that you wanted anyway, then that's awesome. And if you feel iffy or weird about it, I always will leave the name of the product. You can just highlight the name and then just go search on Google, or most of the stuff I talk about is Sephora, because I have like a severe Sephora addiction. I just wanted you guys to know these changes that are going on, so you guys are along on the trip with me. Again, I will never, ever, ever leave my job for YouTube. I've worked my butt off to get where I am. I will not do that, but I can say, like these liquid lipstick reviews, I've spent over $600 on horrible lipsticks that I would have normally never have purchased otherwise. So if anybody does buy from those affiliate links below, it will just help kind of make that a little more bearable. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time.